Yeah, hello everyone. How you doing? How was your week been? It is Tuesday, my dudes, according to the clock. Not quite. What? What the? Why am I getting hit with it? Oh my god. Okay. I thought I would. I thought I would, try running Spotify in the background for music on my stream, and I got hit with a fucking ad. Fuck that then. We will worry about stream music another time. Also, hello everyone. How you doing? That is that is Leo, Chonka, Grindhouse, and Dino Man. How you doing? Yeah. All right. So you might notice a little something. I'm animated a little different. I was fucking around with a different PNG program for my character. It's called a PNG Tuber Plus or something like that. I had to fuck around with my avatar and edit it, but I'm no longer just vibrating angrily. I was like, fuck it. I'm tired of using VetoTuber. It sucks. I want to change it, etc., etc. Yeah. You want to break from the ads playing you're playing Tarky? Is that Tarkov before launch? I need to listen. I know Tarkov has issues. I need to reinstall it. Hello, Nodor. I'm doing just fine. Looks good. Thanks. Like I said, I had to cut my PNG into several parts in order to get it to function, but I don't know. I like it. I like how it looks. I'm not quite as static. And again, when I talk, I don't just vibrate angrily while doing it. I kind of like that. You do miss the vibrating. You'll get used to it. I still have VetoTuber. I might use it sometimes. I don't know when though. I'll have to figure that out. The Bounty Space Crusader looks good. Thanks, man. Yeah, because I wasn't sure how it would look. Because how many fucking parts I cut my PNG into? Like 4 different faces: the head, the body, and the cloak. Yeah, so yeah, I had to cut it into 4 pieces. I'm gonna mess with it a little more, maybe. In like, for like tomorrow's stream. But I'll keep it how it is for now, though. Hello, son of a crack. If you play PVE, you can not play on servers, and it runs fine for me. Yeah, I know. I don't do Tarkov PvP. I don't hate myself that much. If I want to play an extraction shooter PvP, I'll play fucking. Oh shit! What's that Korean one? Fuck. The one V2 I watch, Chaser, plays it all the time. I can't remember. I can't remember the name off the top of my head. Yeah, Chonk. I've been fucking with more redeem options, more redeem options and video ones as well. PvP is my account. I go goof often, yeah. But yeah, anyway, hello, Madeline Moonwall, hello. I didn't say hi to you. Hello everyone who was here. Yeah, so yeah. Another major gaming company died. It was Ubisoft this time, but yeah, it's happening again. Hold on. Let me get a rough timeline going here, because fuck if I know how to keep track of a timeline. I suck at it. Okay, so let's do the math here. Electronic Arts went private in September. But okay, so yeah, December 29th, 2025, Electronic Arts was sold and went private. We are now on November 14th, and Ubisoft has halted all trading and refuses to release their financial reports. Well, okay, I'm going to be 100% with you. When Donald Trump took office, I was like, 3 years, 4 years, we're going to see companies start to fall and fold and get bought out, whatever. They're basically dying. It's not like literal closure death of a company, but it's close enough to say that when a company experiences a complete collapse of their major cultural push to reevaluate, that's a company death. That's a company death. I was predicting 3 years. We would start seeing this happen in 3 years. We are less than 1 year, and we've already seen 2. That's where we're at right now. That's where we're at right now. We are seeing these companies like Ubisoft and Ubisoft and Electronic Arts so far have collapsed. We may see Bungie very soon. Bungie may be next. That's what I'm predicting. Bungie is probably going to go next. The Archman has brought up Unfathomable Joy. Yeah, real. I'm totally okay with watching these companies, completely collapsing upon themselves and have to go to extreme measures to stay alive. Their hubris coming back to haunt them finally. They didn't need their audience. They were going for a new audience. Well, here we are. The new audience didn't show up, and now one has been bought out by the Saudis. Another has closed all trading. Their financial reports are not being released. There are rumors flying around that Ubisoft has been bought out, and they just haven't announced it yet. We have yet to see confirmation on that. I haven't looked into confirmation yet myself, but what was it? Much as I want Ubisoft to fail, I want to keep my For Honor. I don't think the company will completely close, Chanka. I don't think that's going to happen. That seems very unlikely in my books. When companies like these fail, they generally don't close completely. They usually get bought out by someone else. That's what we saw happen with Electronic Arts. They failed. Fucking bunch of Saudi chuds bought them, and now, they've been taken private, and they're being very heavily, browbeaten into dropping the DEI bullshit. I do wonder how much Bridge will backfire on them, considering the previous attempt already failed. I think I've said this before, and again, I appreciate the hell out of Kirsch looking into stuff like Bridge, but Bridge is a non-start. Bridge requires the world as it existed before November 2024 in order to work. That didn't come about. If Trump hadn't been elected, if Kamala Harris had been elected, if USAID hadn't been shut down, we would have absolutely seen DEI and ESG as we know it fade into the background as Bridge silently and secretly took its place. That's what we would have seen. The problem is that USAID got shut down, and now all the DEI and ESG initiatives, there's no money coming in anymore. So because there's no money coming in to, pad the losses from all these companies, now, after just less than a year, the hurt is setting in. They're feeling the companies, their blood pressure dropping, their brains are stroking, they're not doing good. And they're having to go to the emergency measure of other people buying them out in order to maintain themselves as companies. What is Bridge? I don't keep up with things like this. It was something that Kirsch, the VTuber, was keeping up on that. It was basically going to be the final form of. Oh, hello, Kawhi feeling it. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to Crusade. Happy to have you here. But yeah, Bridge was supposed to be basically the final form of ESG and DEI initiatives, where it would just be completely normalized. It would no longer be an open, active like initiative. It would just be the culture now. The problem is that, and again, this is the problem. DEI, ESG, and Bridge were always going to be relying on an endless stream of funding from the United States government in the form of USAID, and that's gone now. So yeah, that's the big issue with things like Bridge. There's nothing to fund it. There's nothing to push it, and they're not going to do it for free. They're not going to do that shit for free. That's and that's of course the problem. In order to force culture, you have to use money. You have to pay for the loss of on the financial end, because when you try to force culture, you ultimately, well, you can't force culture. Politics are downwind of culture. You can't use politics. You can't push them upstream to force culture. That's effectively what DEI, ESG, and Bridge were trying to do. They were trying to push upstream of culture, and you can't do that. You tire yourself out financially. And also the very concepts that you try to push lose their cultural currency or social currency, whatever you want to call it. And then it all starts, getting washed back downstream again. That's what we're seeing right now. Hold on. Don't explode. Man, opening myself a drink is like, had that feeling it was going to be disarming a bomb there for a minute. It not a real bomb. YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, or metaphorical in the form of a heavily shaken soda. Because listen, if I can't diffuse something before I drink it, it's not good. I hate McKean, did I say hi to you already? I'm blanking right now. But yeah, like I was saying, I was predicting what? Like I said, I was predicting 3 years. I was predicting this stuff would go down in 3 years. We're currently ahead of schedule. We are sitting at 1 year with 2 companies down, and I genuinely believe we're going to see a third fall soon. Probably March. No, wait, hold on. Give me one moment, everyone. Give me one moment, and I will look it up. Rogel's Pond. Hey, Rogel. Apparently, Mike Brooks invented a Black Alpha Legion Marine. Okay, we'll get into that. We'll get into that in a minute. Don't worry, we'll get into that in a minute. I wanna look something up. Next Destiny expansion. I forgot the name of it. Renegades. Okay. When is that coming out? Oh, that hits December 2nd. Oh. That's coming way sooner than I thought. All right. Yeah, okay, here's my prediction. We're gonna see Bungie fall probably around, at the latest, February or March. That's when we're gonna see that. Because now Destiny is falling to the whole problem Call of Duty did with their only cash cow is losing its identity to popular things slop, whatever you want to call it. It's a fucking Star Wars expansion. The new Destiny. Have y'all seen this new Destiny expansion? Some of the shit in it. Seeing the fucking what do you call it? Or hold on. Destiny 2 Renegade. Okay, hold on. Okay, one moment. I gotta go to YouTube for this. Hold on, everyone. Hold up. Actually, okay. Let me. You know what? Let me switch over here. All right. Okay, okay. Where's the one with the where's the one with the like the Bungie devs like slobbering this game's knob? Okay, here it is. Here it is. All right. Hold on. Let me one moment, everyone. Where? Okay. Why is that? Oh, I never locked it. Okay. Okay. Where is? There's that. All right. And yeah, there we go. Okay, I wish you all to gaze upon this for a minute.
Seeing how stunningly Star Wars it felt was electric.
Okay, do you see this?
I just jumped into that walker and I just annihilated
okay, this is literally, okay. This is the same shit Call of Duty did.
It was like a whole new world opened up for me.
This is the same shit Call of Duty did. All right? Where, you know, you got fucking Nicki Minaj and Beavis and Butthead and American Dad and what the fuck ever. You know, in your fucking, what's supposed to be a serious war game about war. Destiny was a sci-fi setting with its own visual identity, and now look at it.
Stunningly Star Wars it felt was electric.
That's just a lightsaber.
Walker and I just annihilated the encounter.
Like unironically, they are literally forcing Star Wars shit. Like, not even Star Wars like, it is just a crossover. This is an actual setting crossover expansion. That's how far they're sinking now. Like, okay, let's keep watching.
That trigger and feeling that blaster just go off. It was like a whole new world opened up for me.
There's something really special here that we haven't really done in Destiny before.
That ignition.
Yeah, there's something really special here you haven't done in Destiny before. You're sacrificing your brand identity.
That hiss, that sound.
Oh, it's like that. Okay.
Yeah, no, this is licensed. Like, yeah, like you see that there at the bottom of the screen? That is just a Sarlacc pit. Let me see if I can get a better look. That's just a Sarlacc pit. You get a streak in my chat? Listen, Jay, listen, man. I'm certain you probably got a pretty nice ass. Go right ahead and streak. It's cool, dude. Well, let's keep this up for a little more.
We begin in the shadow of a prophecy that says our end is already written. It's here we draw a line in the sand, where we start the long journey to fight our fate. In Renegades, Guardians infiltrate a criminal underworld to save a friend whose past has caught up with him and disrupt the rise of powerful new enemies. In special collaboration with Lucasfilm Games, we took inspiration from Star Wars to craft a one-of-a-kind Destiny story.
So, okay, again, they have, hey, Adam Fire, how you doing? Yeah, no, they teamed up with Lucasfilm for this. This is officially licensed. They just made a new Cabal faction that are just stormtroopers. They're First Order, or whatever the fuck they're supposed to be. It's modern Star Wars. It's probably First Order. Let's be real here. It's just like they put in like fucking Star Wars guns, lightsabers. Like, it's just took inspiration, bro. You literally just made Star Wars again. Yeah, like that's the problem. It is just Star Wars again. It's like I can't. This actually bothers the hell out of me so much. This whole thing with Western gaming companies burning, just throwing the entire like brand identity of their franchise into a fucking fire to try to appeal to different audiences to get them to play. You know, that's why they do it. Disney, Lucasfilm, oh shit, this is bad. Yeah, no, it really is. I don't know if I even want to watch more of this. Honestly, this is embarrassing to me. Like, I'm a definite. I don't care what these people have to say glazing their own fucking game. Look, it is. This isn't Destiny anymore. This isn't Destiny anymore. This is just It is just Star Wars now. And I will point out, this is not some fun little, oh, it's like an event that's going to be around for a month. This is a whole ass expansion. The whole theme of this expansion is, oh, it's just Star Wars, but in Destiny. And it's like, oh my fucking God. And you see what, like, that's just a Sarlacc. Look at that. That is just the fucking, I'm done with this. No, I'm done watching this. I'm done watching this. Fuck that. Oh God. Oh my God. Lol, what is this? Hello, Kawaii feeling it again. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for the follow earlier. But I'm making a point about how, you know, all these companies are like they're dying. These companies are dying. EA died. Ubisoft has effectively died. And I think honestly, we're probably going to see Bungie next, and then potentially Blizzard, in that order. Bungie by probably around February, March. Blizzard, I can't really gauge when, but I think we're going to see them fall fourth. And a big reason is that, you know, a big reason in the case of Destiny is they're so desperate, like why I think Bungie will be next, is because I think they are so desperate to get people to play Destiny 2 that they crossed over they made a whole ass expansion that's just a fucking Star Wars expansion to try to get people who like Star Wars to play Destiny. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. It's not going to save their game. It's not. Can't believe they went from Halo 2 devs to this. Yeah, right. Oh my God. How far have they fallen? I mean, I'd say how far 343 has fallen, but they never, I mean, you have to learn to walk to fall. They never learned to walk, but you know what I mean? Like, oh my God. Oh yes, please, Blizzard next. I mean, oh, hey, okay. We want to talk about Blizzard, how long Blizzard might have. Let's look at that. Call of Duty Black Ops 7 Steam charts. Okay, well, okay, let's give us all an idea here of so they just had you know, the new COD release. I mean, okay, you can see the 43% rating on you can see the 43% rating on the game right there, you know, Steam reviews. Currently on Steam, there are 698 people playing the co-op campaign. Now, let's see. In total, there are currently 65,000 people playing Call of Duty. Now, please note, on the Steam charts, all these people, they're not playing strictly Black Ops 7. They're playing every Call of Duty that is, you know, part of the new wave of Call of Duty since the Modern Warfare remake. So this is 65,000 people spread across roughly 5 games and Warzone. Now, let's check Battlefield 6. Here's Battlefield 6 currently. Like even with the 65%, you know, user review score, which I'll say with some of the bugs the game has had, fair. That's fair. They're still sitting at a, you know, currently at 166,000 people on a Tuesday night with a 24-hour peak of 223,000. That's like more than double what, you know, Call of Duty currently has in terms of concurrent players. And that's one game. That's not spread across multiple Call of Duty games like with the current state of Black Ops. New COD is absolute trash from what I'm hearing. Yeah, no, Black Ops 7 is a tire fire. You know what? Let me hold on. Okay. Let me bring up something on YouTube. Okay, I want to get to the core of the problem here. Let's all right, let's right about there. Okay, let's you know what? I'm not even going to say anything. Just watch.
What was that?
Might have an answer.
Maybe we can poke this out.
Hey there, Long Loco. How you doing? At a meeting. My boss is drinking in a meeting room. And understandable. Yeah, look. Call of Duty, everyone! Call of Duty, everyone! We are now fighting giant cyborg kaijus on fucking aircraft carriers. That's where we are currently. Oh yeah, and you kill it with, you just shoot it with an assault rifle till it dies.
Take that thing down!
You sure? What if we heard Hopper?
Like, do I even need to say anything more at this point? Do I even need to say anything more at this point? Remember, the campaign is online permanently and anyone can join. Yeah, I know. I saw that too. I saw that, what do you call it? I saw how, listen, the campaign is just, okay. I'm fully convinced. I'm fully convinced that Treyarch is in a state of such terminal brain drain from DEI hires that the only recourse they had to make a Call of Duty game was to recycle a bunch of assets from, you know, the Modern Warfare remake up to now, because no one there knows how to make a game anymore. That's legitimately why I think Black Ops 7 is like this. I think that one clip from Nostalgia Critic talking about jumping the shark fits how fucking stupid the Black Ops 7 finale is. Yeah. Man, this ain't just jumping the shark. This is jumping. This is like, okay. The shark they've jumped, like the shark that COD and Destiny have jumped. It ain't a fucking blue. It ain't a blue shark, a bull shark. It ain't even a great white. It's a fucking megalodon at this point. Okay, that's how bad this is. This is the absolute state of AAA gaming. Need I remind you all that currently the only AAA publisher to release a banger in multiple years is Electronic Arts, who released Battlefield 6. And you know what? They made Battlefield 6 knowing the sale was coming, so it's not like the sale surprised them. They knew they had to perform good with Battlefield 6, or their ass was grass, and you know the Saudi buyers were the lawnmower. I think a few people in the industry know how to make I think very few people in the industry know how to make video games anymore. Yeah, real. I fully agree with that. The Western video game industry is experiencing terminal brain drain, and it's all because of DEI and ESG hires. You know, they haven't hired anyone in a long time who knows how to make a video game. Like they don't. It's like why do you think they use Unreal Engine 5 so much? Because because it's a horrible engine, but it's easy to train a new guy on. And it's easier to do that with your DEI hires than have a custom engine. That's why. I mean, modern gaming right now is summed up by all the big studios no longer having the people to make their name worth it, i.e. Bungie, BioWare, etc. No, seriously. Like honestly, completely honest, every fall has been preceded by a flop in this case. I want to say in the case of Electronic Arts, it was Dragon Age Veilguard. For Ubisoft, it was Assassin's Creed Shadows. Bungie now has Black Ops 7. No, not Bungie. Blizzard has Black Ops 7. And now Bungie has will have this Destiny 2 Star Wars expansion. Do you think the fall of Blizzard will affect the StarCraft minis game? I highly doubt that, Dino Man. It is that's a licensed game. They're licensing it out to somebody else. I don't think it will. Like, I don't think something happening to Blizzard will immediately affect the license they gave out to that minis company. And in fact, may actually benefit it if, that starts selling well. And then they're like, oh, maybe we should unfuck StarCraft and make some more of those. Also, Bo, you saw I got the Stuboden Khan. I'm having so much fun with the convoy. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, good on you, man. It's a nice mini. I'll give it that much. What about Ghost Ship Games? Fuck. Who are Ghost Ship again? One moment, everyone. One moment. I'm trying to remember what they've made. Ghost Ship. They sound familiar. Oh, they're Deep Rock Galactic. Deep Rock Galactic. Okay, Okay, yeah. Okay, they should be fine. Deep Rock is doing pretty well, actually. Actually, what all they put out? Deep Rock Survivor, Gun Touchables, Dino Lord, Spell Rogue. I mean, I'm going to be honest, they don't seem like a very large... Okay, I'm switching back over to the Gap screen. They don't seem like a terribly large-scale company, on the same levels like EA, Ubisoft, or whatever. They can pretty well coast off Deep Rock, probably. Hey, Kashua, how you doing? Bo, have you seen the new Darktide class? And if so, what do you think of it? Okay, quick answer to that. The Hive scum. You know what? Actually, let's Hive go. Let's check that out now. Let's check that out now. Oh shit. Yeah, I think that class looks pretty cool. They've now got the what do you call it? They've now basically got one of every okay. The thing with Darktide I like and how they do the classes is that they kind of cover the RPG archetypes. Like what do you call it? Guardsman is warrior. Guardsman is warrior. What do you call it? The preacher, that's a priest. Psyker is a mage. Ogren's a berserker. they kind of have like, the kind of like, the paladin now with the Arbites, and now this is a rogue. Like, this is a rogue character. Like, I looked up on it. They dual wield blades and guns, and they use like back alley chems to either buff themselves or poison their enemies. It looks cool. I think it's a cool class. They got dual wield certain guns and melee weapons while popping drugs. Yeah, exactly. They pull out a pair of Uzis, get high on space meth, and just shred people. It's like that's the class. They're a rogue archetype. They're a rogue archetype. That's what they are. They now have a publishing with multiple games under it. Yeah, I'm a Quinn Bezler. I think Ghost Ship will do just fine. They're not falling into a lot of the same traps as other companies. And again, Deep Rock is really popular. They can at the very least coast off Deep Rock, But yeah, no, honestly, segueing over into Games Workshop, I was talking about this yesterday, how Games Workshop is not in a very good position with everything that's going on, especially because Games Workshop as a company is usually like 10 years behind culturally. Like, that's just kind of a thing with Games Workshop. They're always 10 years behind the current cultural trends. That's why it took them until 2024 to sign a fucking, deal with somebody in order to make a TV show. Like it took them until 2024 to do that, where other companies, did it like 2015 or whatever. Yeah, that's why that's happening. I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, if Games Workshop wants to get out of making miniatures and just wants to be an IP farm, like the big two comic book companies have become. Not making any miniatures or novels anymore, or maybe novels. I don't know. Wait, hold on. Okay, Mr. Bot, you know what? You can go out the airlock. And where was that on YouTube? There we go. Fuck off. There we go. Now we need the Summoner archetype with a Skitari or some Adeptus Mechanicus type. That'd be cool. Yeah, Chonka, I got the clanker. Don't worry. Ubisoft with Shadows is so funny. Yasuke would be written out of the game entirely with one change in the start, and the plot wouldn't suffer at all. Yeah, no, Leo, I firmly believe Yasuke was a last minute addition. Like, they started making the game, and then we're like, oh, but we can pander to our weird racial domination fetish and put this, this one moment, everyone. Hello? Can you hear me? Am I coming through? Okay, yeah, sorry about that. Voice mod shit the bed on me. Oh, wait, hold on. I think it's still shitting the bed on me. Like I said, am I coming through, guys? Can you hear me? Yeah, chat, let me know if you can hear me. All right. Okay, one moment. Okay. Noise dampening is working again. All right. I'm sorry about that. Voice mod just decided to shit the bed in the middle of the stream. I don't know why. Okay. But yeah, like I was saying, it was Ubisoft being like, hey, we can stick our racial domination fetish and have a big burly black dude just murdering Japanese people. Because, I mean, let's be real here. Ubisoft is a Western developer. They are absolutely racist against the Japanese. Like, that's not open to interpretation or question. They turned Yasuke into a glorified slave and sword bearer and coward into a... Yeah. I mean, another thing about Yasuke is it's questionable if he even existed in the first place. Considering a lot of the the source they used for, Yasuke's history was literally just a historical fan fiction written by some dude. It is entirely questionable whether he even existed or not. So yeah, but yeah, no, like unironically, I think Bungie is next. I think Bungie is going to be next on the chopping block. That is what I think. There's going to be some shit's going to go down at Sony with them, and I think very soon we will see it happen to Blizzard as well at Xbox. We're gonna see some bad shit's gonna happen down there. Like bad shit's gonna happen with Blizzard in the near future. Like we are going to see that happen. I am betting the farm on that. That is upcoming. And I genuinely believe it's going to start trickling down into tabletop gaming too. We've seen for a while how Wizards of the Coast is doing the whole brand identity loss maneuver to try to get more people to buy Magic the Gathering cards, because Magic the Gathering is the only thing keeping Wizards of the Coast alive right now. Wow, the species unknown. What do you mean? Hold on. What do you mean species unknown? Did I forget to change the fuck? Oh my fucking God, I'm an idiot. I am such a fucking idiot. Millie, thank you for catching that for me. So yeah, thank you for catching that. I didn't notice that. All right, you know what? Okay, but since you're here, and shout out. Go follow Millie. That's an order. You know what? Actually, hold on. For YouTube gang. For YouTube gang. Because you guys don't have a shout out option. Because you guys don't have a shout out option. Shut the fuck up, Twitch. I didn't ask you. Go follow Millie there. Millie is a good friend. That's her Twitch. Go give her a follow. And you know what? While I'm at it, hold on. That's her YouTube. Go follow her there too. I demand it. Also not, well, hold on. Also, not only is Magic the Gathering is not keeping, it's keeping Hasbro alive as well. Yeah, Long Loco. Magic the Gathering is basically the last lifeline Hasbro has, and its time is running out. Its time is running out. Why do you think they're crossing over with everything and doing crossover releases? To get people who are fans of those things to buy Magic cards. The problem is, a lot of them are not going to play Magic the Gathering. They're just going to collect the cards. They're not going to play the game. They're not going to become lifelong customers. The return on investment in doing that is very low. And all you do is continue to erode the brand identity. Magic the Gathering, every time they release one of those decks or one of those sets that crosses over with something else, is becoming less and less Magic the Gathering. And that's what keeps Magic the Gathering players playing Magic the Gathering. The fact it's Magic the Gathering, not Warhammer 40,000, fucking Stranger Things, Fortnite, fucking Dallas, or whatever the hell they're crossing over with right now. And when you see companies start to do that, that's how you know they're in financial trouble. I would not be surprised. Okay, full disclosure, I don't think we're going to see Games Workshop do that just because they're way too proud of the Warhammer IP to do that. Games Workshop is just going to probably just going to, you know, it's going to be very much like Blizzard where everything is fine, the financial reports are good, and then just all of a sudden one day they're going to be like, whoopsie doodle, we just fell apart, just like, you know, fucking Blizzard did. Blizzard was the same way. Every financial report was like, we are making good profit. More people are playing our games than ever, until they suddenly weren't, because financial reports are lies. Financial reports are there to make investors happy. They're not there to tell the truth. And that isn't just because, I'm not just saying that because I don't like Games Workshop. That's the truth of every company like this, especially in entertainment. I think the success of Baldur's Gate 3 is half the reason why Hasbro and Wizards isn't fallen yet. Look, I'm going to be honest. They are so dismissive of, Hasbro and Wizards are so dismissive of Baldur's Gate 3 that Baldur's Gate 3 is effectively a non-factor in this. Like, they don't take it seriously as a game. You got to play the Gundam table trading card game. It's good, but I cannot go back to TCGs. I already have to pay a car, Gunpla, and Warhammer. Yeah, I get that. I get that. Hey, Brave or Grave, how you doing? Never played Magic the Gathering, but I was in an online browser game like Second Life, but with chibi avatars called Gaia Online that had a Magic crossover. I remember Gaia Online. I wish I didn't. That was some Gaia Online was some weapons grade cringe. I used Gaia Online like once for all of 5 minutes decades ago and was like, yeah, no, this is cringe. I'm out. Like even back then I was like, it was cringe. Annoying fact, Wizard of the Coast forced Larian to bring back the VAs for Baldur's Gate 3 to add dialogue for those who chose they, them without paying the voice actors more for the work. So fuck Wizards of the Coast in the ass, raw with a rusty rod covered in nails. Yeah, no, that's incredibly shitty. It's like let's ignore the they them thing for a minute. They didn't pay them. Like, they didn't pay them. What's that tell you about their financial situation that they can't pay voice? Oh, hello. What's this? Thank you for the thank you for the bits, dude. All right. Gaia Online, I was a teen when I joined. How the fuck old was I when I found out about Gaia Online? How old was I? Shit. 2021? Maybe? Somewhere in that ballpark? Man, it's been so long, I don't remember. It's been so long. I just remember that it was a thing. I encountered it. I made an account there. And then I was like, wow, this is cringe. I'm gone. And then that was it. That was the end. Look up what Jim Shooter said about Marvel Comics if they get bought out by Wall Street traders. It was prophecy for what all of geek stuff. Yeah. I mean, a lot of this boils down to the fact that they're trying to appease investors and not customers. So they're not trying to maintain or, you know, they're not trying to grow or maintain their customer base. They're trying to make investors happy. And investors are fucking idiots. They don't know what they want. They just want to see they just want to see, you know, number go up. Like they don't know how to actually do that. So yeah. You never played social games like Gaia Online or Second Life. I played old MMOs like Eat and Anarchy. Yeah, Costo, I feel that. My addiction at that time was Star Wars Galaxies. So yeah, I feel you. Anime Facebook with bad Flash games. I don't remember Flash games on Gaia Online, but I do remember it basically being anime Facebook. I do remember that part. You will never forget Wildstar and Terra. I remember Wildstar and Terra. Man, we had that era of the action MMO for a while, and then it just fell apart, like almost overnight. I distinctly remember how blatant the fan service was in Terra as well. Man, You can't see me saluting, but God bless the Koreans, man. They don't give a fuck. They do not give a fuck. They will fan service the hell out of a game and with a smile on their face, listening to people on Twitter about it. Kind of fun fact, Terra is still fully playable on console due to the console ports having a different publisher than the PC version. Yeah, there's also a private server of it, but you didn't hear that from me. The first online experience for an MMO was Lineage 2. I played that one for a little bit. WildStar was so cool. Honestly, WildStar was killed by the fact that it was made from ex-WoW devs who left Blizzard because they thought WoW became too casual, so they wanted to make an extreme hardcore MMO for extreme hardcore MMO players like themselves, and then it all fell apart because, hey, guess what? Nobody likes 36 stage attunement quests for raids. Nobody liked that. And by the way, all the people who played World of Warcraft and said they liked that shit, guess what? They didn't like that shit. They're lying to you. They hated it. They hated the Black Temple. They hated the Black Temple attunement quest. They hated all the attunement quests in Burning Crusade. But they had to keep the facade of being the hardcore gamers. So obviously they would just say they loved it. How do I know that? I was rating bleeding edge content in Burning Crusade. I know we were communicating with all the other guilds about this shit. On the forums, it was always, oh, you can't get attuned? Well, that sounds like a you problem. You're just not good enough to see the content. Ha ha ha. That was on the forums. Behind closed doors on voice chat, it was, God damn it, we can't find any new people to play in the end game raids with us because nobody can get attuned because nobody wants to backtrack to get attuned, to get new people attuned. So we just all had to poach people who were already attuned. Nobody liked attunement quests. And that's why WildStar fell apart, because people got to the end game and then 36, maybe even 40 stage fucking attunement quest for the first raid in WildStar. Nobody wants to do that. Nobody. Even the most hardcore MMO player does not want to do that. My first MMO experience was ESO, and it kind of caught me off guard because I didn't know what an MMO was. I thought it would be Skyrim with co-op. You know what? That's entirely fair. That's entirely fair. I was big into Star Wars when Galaxies came out. Like, I think I was in high school during that time. Hold on. Oh no, I wasn't in high school. I was out of high school by a year. But yeah, I'd been out of high school for a year when that came out. That was 2003 when that came out. But that was the first MMO I ever played. And I played that shit till I was blue in the face. I played it until the new game experience launched, and that's when I quit, because the new game experience was fucking, diarrhea on toast. That shit was awful. You can still play Warhammer via Return of Reckoning private server. Yeah, I you know what? I need to reinstall Return of Reckoning. That shit's fun. I need to reinstall Return of Reckoning because I haven't installed it on my new computer yet. First MMO was RuneScape. RuneScape, and you were too poor to pay the subscription. Yeah, how did I pay for my Star Wars Galaxy subscription back then? Shit, I don't even remember. You also blame the blame drain on 14's mechanics and gameplay due to the current space, a game filled with whining babies. You remember the old days, dog? Yeah. You want to talk about another example of what's going on with gaming, topic of the stream. Square Enix firing basically their entire just about their entire localization team and firing the lead localizer of Final Fantasy 14. Like she got shit canned. She was the one who interrupted live on stream Yoshi P's personal translator to bitch at her for saying the term beast tribes because it offended her. Like she grabbed the mic and yelled into the mic, "Don't call them beast tribes." And we couldn't hear it, but the translator lady clearly got interrupted. You saw it happen, even if you couldn't hear it. Wait, really? Yes. That she was the localizer who replaced Koji Fox when Koji Fox moved on to localize Final Fantasy 15. And she was just an absolutely toxic piece of shit. And she was caught praising Charlie Kirk's assassination. So yeah, she got the boot. Squeenix doing better than Games Workshop. Games Workshop still hires Mendelsohn. All right, okay, so everybody, hold on. There's gonna be an ad dropping on Twitch in approximately 40 seconds or so. I'm gonna go AFK now so nobody misses out on the discussion. I will be back when the ad break ends, which will only be about a 30-second ad. So I will be back, everyone, in a moment. Hold on, wait, yeah, hold on to your butts. Yeah, I will be right back when the ad's over.
Sound Pacific. Out there, yes, clear. Loud and clear.
In the suspicious person, 4423 live, we'll get the mobile station.
On the intercom. C7?
Yes, ma'am, we'll be clear, and 233 will be clear on the N4 E Edward, and so we both be a 50. 224, I was going out there. 233 will be clear on the N4 E Edward, and so we both be a 50. Radio is 6300 Blackwell.
Sound Pacific. Out there, yes, clear. Loud and clear.
In the suspicious person, 4423 live, we'll get the mobile station.
On the intercom. C7?
Yes, ma'am, we'll be clear, and 233 will be clear on the N4 E Edward, and so we both be a 50. 224, I was going out there. 233 will be clear on the N4 E Edward, and so we both be a 50. Radio is 6300 Blackwell.
Sound Pacific. Out there, yes, clear. Loud and clear.
In the suspicious person, 4423 live, we'll get the mobile station.
On the intercom. C7?
Yes, ma'am, we'll be clear, and 233 will be clear on the N4 E Edward, and so we both be a 50. 224, I was going out there. 233 will be clear on the N4 E Edward, and so we both be a 50. Radio is 6300 Blackwell.
Sound Pacific. Out there, yes, clear. Loud and clear.
In the suspicious person, 4423 live, we'll get the mobile station.
On the intercom. C7?
Yes, ma'am, we'll be clear, and 233 will be...
I am back, everyone. Sorry about that. And I swear to God, if I just get back and I see the ad thing pop up on Twitch, I'm going to actually blow a fucking head gasket. All right. Anyway, welcome back. Or no, welcome back. Why am I saying welcome back? I'm the one who's back. But yeah, I'm back. I'm sorry about that, everyone. I didn't want anyone to miss out on the discussion in the middle of an ad. Yes, Chonka. No, where were we? Right, yeah, yeah, Square Enix, completely gutting their localization team, among other primarily the Western aspects of the company, like, got gutted really hard. Like, it's real, like I knew things were gonna shift, but not, like I was saying at the start of the stream, not this soon. We're not even a year into, we're not even a year past the election, and we're a little over a year past the election, We've had two major game companies fall, and we're on track for two more. And we're also seeing Japanese companies cleaning house now. Yeah, Twitch is lame. Yeah, Twitch is lame. Like, I'll be honest, I stick around Twitch because it was my first platform, and I have viewers who prefer Twitch. I wouldn't want to force them to shift. And I multi-stream anyway, so I might as well stream on Twitch as well. Hot take, but Japanese companies should be strictly Japanese. I agree with that, Akashua. Like, literally the only reason they should have anything in the West is just to facilitate communication, and that's it. Square Enix actually cleaning up their act. Doubt Sony will be as fortunate, though, since Sony is still cucked. Yeah, more than likely. I don't see Sony as a company improving. They're a little too far gone. Blop 7 is a total disaster, to the point I implore everyone to go buy World at War instead. It's only $20 for an actual good game. Yeah, no, Millie, you were doing that through your whole World at War playthrough, telling people to buy this for $20 instead of Blop 7. And you know what? Yeah, I'm with you on that. Play World at War. It's a better game. Like it is just a better game. Like that's where we are with that's where we are with COD now. It's slop. Let's see, what's this? I have played World at War for years since it came out. It's so fucking peak. Yeah, I was watching the stream. I was watching, you and Millie yap about World at War. I mean, I've always been a Battlefield guy and not a COD guy, but yeah, no, World at War is good. I'll fully say that. Remember when these companies like Ubisoft and EA were called too big to fail by gaming journalists? Well, I mean, not only by gaming journalists, but by the people talking about like opposing all this, were even like, oh, even they were like, oh, it'll never be fixed. They're too big to fail. And like, now look where we are. We're two down in 3 months. I doubt it, but I hope Squeenix can bring back some of the IPs they bought in the early 2010s and haven't done anything with, like Supreme Commander. That would be cool. I agree with you, Nodor. That would be cool. Sony needs to sell Bloodborne to FromSoft so we can actually get it on PC and Xbox and get a Bloodborne 2, like the fans have been begging for, instead of the Duskblood's PvE extraction like Souls-like slop. Yeah, but Akashua, isn't that what you wanted though? A Switch 2 exclusive pseudo sequel? That's what you wanted, wasn't it? That's sarcasm, by the way. Yeah, I don't like cod, I like salmon. Okay, that was good. That was good. I actually kind of brought it up during the Sly Cooper stream today, but a lot of these big companies just threw out their IPs that were so charming and full of life. Sony threw out the big hitters like infamous Sly Cooper. Naughty Dog, I ripped on for remastering The Last of Us every 9 days instead of bringing more Jak and Daxter. Yeah, no, really, that's another thing. They just refuse to utilize their IPs. I only played a really old Battlefield game on an internet cafe back when everyone played Counter-Strike in LAN parties, but that Battlefield game had vehicles, which were fun. Also, I never killed anyone with them. Yeah, I'm bad with vehicles too in Battlefield. I know that feel. Ubisoft had struck gold with Phoenix Rising, but they screwed it up, saying they would never do anything outside of their established IPs. What the fuck is Phoenix Rising? That doesn't sound familiar to me. Immortals Phoenix Rising. I've never heard of this. I've never heard of this game. Sorry about that, everyone. Nodor, the Sly Cooper games are so fun and charming. I came back to Sly 1 today for stream and I forgot it's how charming and everything and everyone was. I mean, yeah, it's like, yeah, it's like I was saying, they don't want to use those IPs because those IPs are a risk. You know, they're not, well, they're not a risk. They see them as a risk, and that's why they won't utilize them. Which is really unfortunate because, yeah, there's a lot of good IPs that could use new entries, but they, again, why do that when you can just rehash COD or recycle the Assassin's Creed code in other games? You know, or, you know, like Ubisoft likes to do. Ubisoft does that a lot, honestly. They apparently they recycle the Assassin's Creed code in fucking everything. And that's why so many Ubisoft games have all the same mechanics at the end of the day. Your brother played Phoenix Rising. Sorry. He beat the whole thing and can't remember it. Yeah. I never even heard of it until now. Even joke that Sony's game Astrobot or whatever is the Sony IP graveyard. If a character looks like you in Astrobot, you ain't ever getting a new game at a port ever again. Yeah, I remember. I've seen other people say that in Millie. I remember that. So yeah. I also played a Rainbow Six demo on a PS2, but never played Call of Duty or any of the online shooter games. Only online shooting game you ever played was Fortnite, and I played that one because my childhood friends played it. Yeah, that's it. You know, I get that. Fortnite was like, you know, people were growing up playing, you know, well, Fortnite was one of the big games for a lot of people growing up. Absolute state of Halo lore. The new enemy they introduced in Halo, whomst had no build-up and further explanation, get new lore in a paid armor piece. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if 343 folds sometime after the Halo Combat Evolved campaign remake. Rockstar needs to change up their mission structure. It's been the same since San Andreas. Honestly, I didn't play all that much of GTA 5. I only played I played more of 4, honestly, GTA 4. Halo lore is just fan fiction now. Nothing 343 made is canon. Humans are forerunners. Yeah, I tend to agree with that. Last fun online shooter I played was a PvP. PvP was Paladins. I remember Paladins. I never played that one, but I remember it. It was by the Smite devs, yeah? We're in our 30s, me and your friends now. Oh, okay. Wait, how the fuck old is Fortnite? Oh, it's 8 years old. Okay. I don't know why, but when you said you played Fortnite, I thought you were younger for some reason. But yeah, it's 8 years old. Remember when games were so full of spirit and love with the community that consumed them? Remember cheat codes? Remember old forums giving each other tips and where to find them, or people doing like, I found Ratman in GTA 4. I remember those days. Came out in 2017. Yeah, I don't know why. It feels like it's been around longer than that. Fortnite is much older than you think of the... oh yeah, no, because remember, Fortnite was a zombie survival game before it ever became a battle royale game. And then the battle royale thing they made on a whim became more popular, and they basically retired the zombie survival bit. You remember when the Horde shooter Fortnite came out? You were in middle school. Yeah, you probably just feel like Private Ryan just aging right now, you know? Fortnite Save the World started in 2012. Oh my... Ah, yes, the year the world ended. I remember that year. I remember 2012. I remember the pole shift that destroyed us all. I remember that. I also remember the movie 2012. That movie was funny. Man, now I want to rewatch 2012. That movie is so dumb. It's not a good movie. It's not a good movie. Don't get me wrong, but it's a stupid movie in the fun way. But do not misunderstand me. It is not a good movie. It is in fact quite awful. I think my favorite bit is my favorite bit from 2012 was the main character's wife, who he's estranged with, is like seeing another dude. I forget if they're divorced or not. But she's seeing this other guy at the start of the movie, and he's not a bad guy. He's not a bad guy. He's kind of just, a victim of circumstance as the end of the world starts. And then toward the end of the movie, because like the movie is doing nothing to make him look like an asshole or anything like that. He's a cool dude. He's good to the kids. He's good to her. And like there's no reason like she and this dude would break up. So at one point in the movie, the guy gets caught in a bunch of giant moving gears and smushed into paste. Like literally in like the last 15 minutes of the movie. And that's how the main character, I think it was John Cusack, plays him, and his wife get back together in the end. Just kill off this dude in the most brutal, sudden, unnecessary way possible, just to facilitate Cusack and his ex-wife getting back together, before the end credits. Have I ever seen the Ralph Bakshi Lord of the Rings movies? No, I have actually not. I saw The Hobbit. Like I saw the wait, hold on. I've seen the classic Hobbit animation. I've seen that one. I have not seen the Return of the King sequel to that, and I have not seen the Rankin Bass. That's it. Yeah, Rankin Bass Hobbit. I've seen that one. I have not seen the Rankin Bass Return of the King. I have not seen the Ralph Bakshi Lord of the Rings. I want to though. That's on my things I need to watch before the world ends list. That's one of the things I do want to watch one day. You were playing Vindictus back then. I remember Vindictus. That game was pretty cool. I don't think anyone plays it anymore, but that game was pretty cool. Just waifu simulator beat 'em up MMO. Cool shit. Where there's a whip, there's a way. Okay, I have not. Mind you, while I have not seen the Rankin Bass Return of the King, I have heard that song. It is so gloriously stupid, actually. Like, I don't think I would actually hate that movie just because, even if it's not good, just because it's like, it's fun. It's a fun, dumb kind of movie, I think it's a sad state of gaming where Dispatch is one of the better games to release. Not trying to insult it, I think it's a good game, but I think it would be unremarkable otherwise. You know what? I watched Johan. Santoven, thank you for the follow. Welcome to Crusade. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Yeah, I watched Johan. That's look at my meat on Twitter. I watched Johan playing that on his stream. I watched it and I'm just like, this looks neat. It's a decent superhero story, but it didn't strike me as, as special as it was described to me. And I think that's really like where we are with a lot of entertainment, especially in the superhero department of things, where things are so bad now that like otherwise mediocre things that would be otherwise forgettable are doing way better than they should, just because even mediocrity is a breath of fresh air. The only thing I like about Dispatch is sonar, and that's because I'm a godless furry. Oh yeah, right. That's Moist Critical's character, right? The bat dude. Like I've seen all the memes of like, say, the mecha, like the mecha. Oh, Oh man, the Mecha Man this Mecha Man situation is crazy. I've seen all those. You love him so much it's unreal. I mean, he's a cool looking character, and I also understand, Millie, that you are an absolute degenerate, and you want to bounce on the bat. We'll just put it that way. So yeah, I get it. I get it. We live in an age where gotcha games have better storytelling than AAA games. Real. That is oh boy, that is a harsh truth right there. Like people play stuff like, Nikke for the, for the gorals, but at the same time, the story is apparently really good. I've seen that fucking intro cinematic at the end of the tutorial mission. That's some fucking tragedy right there. That's some actual well-written tragic opening to set the tone. You mean like the hit PS2 classic video game, The Bouncer? Yeah. Millie, when you started playing The Bouncer, I'm not going to lie, I didn't realize it would be that short. I tuned into that stream like, oh, I'll watch Millie play some of The Bouncer. And then you just beat The Bouncer in like one go.
Call in the reinforcements.
Oh, hey, Ash, how you doing? Thank you for the raid. Welcome, Raiders. For those who don't know, I am, Marshall Beaumont. I am the totally legally distinct space crusader man who heads a crusade called, of Templars in space. One moment while I shout out. Go follow Ash. He just hit affiliate not too long ago. He is working on doing his streaming career. Like I said, just hit affiliate not too long ago. Go give him a follow. He likes to play like some nice cozy style games and shit. And I'll admit he's also my boyfriend. So that's like listen. I am not above nepotism. Okay, I will fill my boyfriend. I don't mind. Okay. Okay. Let's see. You'll fill. Well, I mean, yes, honey, I will. But I mean, I will shill you. I will tell people to go follow you and watch your streams. That is what I meant. Christ, hon, you are such a degen. I love you. You miss how charming games used to be. You were playing the new Jurassic World Evolution game, and it can't compare to Operation Genesis, even though it has way more features. Right. Like, man, thinking about how games are turning to slop just hurts, like it actually hurts, especially because a lot of shit I like is getting caught in the crossfire too. Like, hold on, no, fuck it. Okay, I'm gonna go to stuff I was discussing recently because this came up the other day because of because I was talking about Games Workshop's financials, and I pissed off a bunch of people who were like, but the financial reports, that's what Games Workshop is saying, guys. But we get the inside stories from people like Arch and Northern Exile. We know shit's not all hunky dory at the company. But yeah, I wanna bring something up here real quick. Like, okay, let me go back here real quick. So on the whole, the slot, in slopification or in shitification, whatever you want to call it, front. This is the cover to the Mike Brooks novel Harrow Master. Now before anyone tries to pull the racism card on me, No, there should never be a black Alpha Legionnaire. The Alpha Legionnaires surgically alter themselves to look like Alfarius. Because that's the whole point. They all have to look like Alfarius. That's the whole point of the Alpha Legion. So that's one problem. But more the fact, this is just new Games Workshop slop art, you know? There's no energy to it. There's no dynamism. There's no, it's just a static pose of a Chaos Marine guy. Dynamicness. Thank you, honey. Thank you. There's no dynamicness to this. Now, this book is getting a sequel now. Here's the new cover art. Just drink it in. Look at the art on this cover. This, they managed to take, new 40K slopcore art like this and find a way to unslopify it even further. Alfarius is black and Omegon is shiny. God damn it. God damn it, Millie. Oh my God, Millie. That's clever. That's clever. Hats off to you on that one. But, yeah, that's, this art is just awful. This is awful art. This art has no redeeming qualities. And you know what? Listen, I don't know who the artist for these books is, but I'm going to be completely honest. I would bet good money this is AI generated. You're so glad you're not an Alpha Legion fan. Well, I mean, hey, look, Lopside. Look, I get to put up with Guy Haley writing Black Templars, and he's the worst guy for the job. So yeah. The Ghost Legions. Hold on. Oh yeah. Okay. EA. Because you're one of the. You are of the Yerman people. Translate. Can you translate that? Column of Dreams. Huh. He's also a Gehrman, a hunter. Yeah, and Gehrman joins the hunt. Word bears by being ignored in 40K means I don't get this shit, LMAO. Well, I mean, look, Ashes of the Imperium comes out on, goes up on pre-order. So they're taking Horse Heresy out back to shoot that too, because that adds what do you call it? Because they're finally forcing female custodes into mainline 40K lore. So yeah, that's happening. Yeah, that's the pre-orders next week. But yeah, I mean, just look at this art though. Like, this art is bad. All right, this art right here is bad. This art here is even worse. They somehow have, in like a very short span of time, have one up themselves in slopcore art. I hope GW knows this can't last, because they're so culturally behind. I remember, Games Workshop is perpetually a decade behind everyone else. I don't think they're aware of how the culture has shifted because they haven't bothered to look, because that's just how GW is. At least the first one is detail. I mean, yeah, small favors. At least this one is detail. There's details to his face and the scales in his armor, like the warp bullshit on his left hand, the snakes. You can't even make that out in the new one. And the funny thing too, a lot of people who didn't know about the original Harrow Master book thought this was a woman. They thought this was a woman when they saw the title. Like, if you didn't know that this character is this character as well, would you think that's a man? Like, honest question. Or would you think that's a female space marine? We really hope Gundam Assemble will make GW adjust their prices so I don't have to sell my right tit and my left nut just to get some minis. Coping so hard right now. Listen, Millie, that's all of us with Games Workshop pricing. That's all of us with Games Workshop pricing, but honestly, I hope Amazon buys them out. I hope Amazon buys them out and, you know, takes a fucking, you know, spiked paddle to their factory logistics. Cause Games Workshop's building a third, a third new factory now. But the first two factories are so horrendously inefficient that throwing more factories at the problem is just going to make it worse. You see a man. Okay. Yup, that's what you thought. Oh, you thought it was a woman. Okay. Until I realized this was the sequel to Harrow Master, I thought it was a woman too. No, that's totally a chick. I thought it was a woman at first. Yeah, so okay, so yeah, no, people legit thought that. People legit thought that this is a woman. And honestly, quick aside, the feminization of black men in woke leftist media really needs to be studied. Okay? Cuz I think that shit's offensive. Like standout example, Lara Croft's, Lara Croft's, what's the term? Handbag or whatever from the Tomb Raider TV show. Good example. Or, you know, turning all black male characters into twinks with fucking Killmonger hair, like you see a lot. I can't stand Killmonger hair, by the way. You can give black male characters more haircuts, guys. It's okay. No one will get offended. You can retire the Killmonger haircut. It's fine. Warhammer 40k in the big 2026 will be filled with nothing but female warriors of all the characters, and you will accept this as the new truth. Joking, but okay, Akashua, you're joking. But name me an Imperial Guard novel released in the past, 3 years, that had a male character. That had a male lead character. Bo, we all know that the stupid haircut will stay with us forever. So I don't think it'll stay forever. I don't think it'll stay forever. We'll probably continue to see it in, what holdouts remain as the culture shifts. And, Games Workshop, because they're a decade behind everyone else. But, yeah. The softening of people in the world is insane. I remember the days of playing COD lobbies on PS3, getting called every slur under the sun, and merely speaking with a slight accent. I remember getting called, the F slur on video game lobbies back in the day. I just say back to him, yeah, I know I am one because I fucked your dad. We gave as good as we got. Like they throw a slur at you and throw a slur right back, and there's a slur for everyone. Fucking use one. Just it's literally back then it was literally just the rule of Sam Hyde. No, we're not doing that. You're getting called a slur. I don't know what one you're getting called. I'll pick something, but it's gonna be a slur. I remember those days. I have been called every slur, racial epitaph, and insult under the book. Good times. I was called slurs that didn't even apply to me, for fuck's sake. Like Well, actually, you know what? There are at least a few weirdos on Twitter who actually think I'm a paraplegic. So, I don't know. I guess those days haven't changed too much. In Latin America, we hurl slurs at each other, but we all know we have enough on our plate to have fun. Yeah, you know what actually that reminds me of? Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Because the post got nuked. Unfortunately. I don't know if I still, because I responded to it. I don't know if I still have it. Yep, it's gone. This one VTuber, hold on. Hold on, everyone. Okay. This one, this VTuber who was called, because I don't have a screen caps of it or nothing. I don't do VTuber drama normally. I don't cover it. So I'm unprepared to have the details. Someone like, like Mizumatari, Mama Ako, people who cover that stuff, they'll probably cover it in better detail than I can later on. So, but yeah, this VTuber was trying to get one of the Sox VA VTubers canceled for, incredibly minor and tame bants during a multi-streamer Minecraft SMP. And everyone, she tried to get this VTuber canceled, went directly to Flork to get her, removed from SVA. And everyone was just like, nah, it's just harmless bants, shut the fuck up. So she deleted her post and is apparently, posting that she's now in the hospital, but apparently this screenshot of her in the hospital is not real. It's like, yeah, it even got community noted. Cha Chilla is known for using hospital tweets after being confirmed to be in the wrong in situations. Previously, she has done that in a similar situation at Froggy Hoppin'. According to the reply, she got unrealistically hospitalized in under 22 minutes. What happened to when people could take some bants? Seriously. You hear it's not her. See, apparently this is not her. This is not one of her pictures. So, yeah, she's lying. She's not in the hospital. Also, your topic on the representation of black men also applies to the Hispanic community. It pisses me off as a Millie, I'm not going to be able to pronounce this. Please forgive me. Hondurina, just to see the same stupid safe designs and cliches made by people who never set a foot in their motherlands. Yeah, real. People are such thin-skinned scammers. They are. Like looking at it from a perspective of a longtime Warhammer fan. You know what? Like these days, you got the fucking Redditors, also known as Tau fans, talking about how, they're making those memes like heresy detected, shut up, bro, you're not funny, like that. And it's like, you know what, back in the day, what would have happened if I pointed at my opponent across the table and said heresy detected? You know what they would have done? You know what they would have done to me? They would have pointed right back and said corpse worshiper. Because we were all having fun. It was all fun. It was all pretend. Okay? It was all pretend. It was playful bants. We were having fun with each other. But you people take it so bloody seriously that when we say heresy detected, when we see your demon army, you think we're attacking you directly, and we're not. You're just a thin-skinned little bitch, okay? You're a thin-skinned little bitch. Get over yourself. Oh my, I'm sorry. I'm having an old man remembering better times moment right now. Hot take, people need to thicken up their skins and throw slurs at each other again. Men should be able to be emotional and open with their partners, that being ridiculed and barbarism under its fancy disguise, you know, the one needs to be exterminated. Yeah, I agree. Dude, I remember back in classes, I had a Gundam buddy who was a Fetty fan, and I was a Xeon fan, and he'd call me a filthy Zeke, and I'd go Fed Rat. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And nowadays, you have people who got into Mobile Suit Gundam. Because we were on stream discussing this, Millie. You got people who get into Mobile Suit Gundam with fucking, Witch from Mercury. They don't even, it's like, oh, I love Gundam. I've always been a lifelong fan of Gundam. Who's Amara Ray? You know? Like, telling you if you like Xeon, you're a Nazi or something. It's like, Jesus Christ. Jesus my Christ. You know what? Because I'm back on my bullshit with Godzilla now. You know what I have to say about the Godzilla fandom that I think is very, very, very absolutely blessed about the Godzilla fandom. It's the fact that the way the setting works, you can't really have any of this. Oh, you like insert character or faction? Well, you're clearly a Nazi or a fascist or whatever. Because your favorite Blorbos in the Godzilla fandom are, not factions but monsters. At worst, you might be an Anguirus fan who hasn't seen Anguirus shown up since 2004. And even then, you were waiting for Anguirus to show up since the mid 1970s. So yeah. Zilla is the best form of the big Akashiwa. The Akashiwa. You know what, Akashiwa? I don't know if you're a girl or a guy. I've never actually asked, so I'll just say, Akashiwa, my dude, you are treading thin ice with that statement. In real life, a lot of the slurs and insults would get to me, but I isolate when pissed off online. Sure, dick, jump off a cliff. Yeah, exactly. You know what? It's kind of like, when I feel my problems acting up, I just cancel stream and I just don't show up. I unplug from social media, so I don't let my shit control me. Like the other Friday, I was feeling that. That's why I canceled my fucking, stream, my Star Sector stream. The mystery. You know what, Castro, honestly, I kind of like it better not knowing. Like, I'm not going to lie. If you tell me, I won't mind one way or another, but, one way or another or in between, but all the same, it's kind of funnier not knowing. Zilla's best movie is when he died. Yeah, that was Godzilla Final Wars. I wish I could show the clip of that, but I'd probably get, eviscerated by YouTube for showing y'all, or the VOD or whatever. It's happened before. Zilla was the first one I saw, so it's got nostalgia for me. You know what, honestly, as somebody who, with every fiber of his being, hates the film Godzilla 98, I totally get that, actually. I totally get that probably a lot of people, but that was the first monster movie they ever saw. So, I get it. I get having nostalgia for the film. Even if it's an objectively bad film, I get having nostalgia for it and liking it anyway. Like, just because I call a film bad, it doesn't mean you can't, I adhere to the idea of objective critique of film quality. The quality of a film is objective, it's not up for opinion, but at the same time, that doesn't mean you can't like a movie. And it doesn't mean you have to, it's a guilty pleasure. It doesn't have to be a guilty pleasure for you either. You can just like it. That's perfectly fine. You don't have to steep your enjoyment of something in irony to justify it. Irony poisoning benefits no one. I do like Rodan saw the Strabon Oh, the standalone movie before he joined the MonsterVerse. Yeah, the 1956. I think that was the original Rodan, 1956. That's a good movie. I like that movie. I've seen every single Toho Kaiju movie, like multiple times. So yeah, it's kind of funny. I fronted 40K for a long time as like my main thing, but unironically, my biggest autistic hyperfixation is Kaiju and Godzilla and stuff. But you know, honestly, the Godzilla fandom by compared to 40K is relatively quiet and benign. So you don't get a lot of the bullshit, you know, you see in like say the 40K fandom or the Star Wars fandom. It also helps that when Westerners finally started committing to doing Godzilla shit, it's actual quality. Like the MonsterVerse is actually really good. Like Monarch Legacy of Monsters is kind of doo-doo ass, but you know, it's so irrelevant to the main plot of the MonsterVerse, you can basically forget it. You can forget it exists. Newt operatic singing. Yeah, I love that meme. I love that meme, Millie. The only movies you can't hate or critique, in my opinion, are the extended and uncut Lord of the Rings movies. They are perfection in terms of fantasy movies. You know what, Akashua? I'll add on to that the original Highlander and Blade Runner, the original Blade Runner, onto that as well. Godzilla fandom is smaller. Also, the real Godzilla filler was Singular Point. Thank you. Singular Point was excellent. But you know what? It required you to pay attention and actually, you know, think a little bit. So all the I'm just here for the monster fights tourists, like, got mad at it and fucked off. That brilliant filter. Brilliant Godzilla fandom filter. If they don't like Singular Point, they're probably not a real fan of the kaiju genre. Oh man. Also, the Godzilla films are hilarious. Godzilla with the flying dropkick and atomic breath flight. Yeah, by the way, so related to Godzilla, I'll get to your Lost McGinnis. I'll get to your, or I'll just call you Lost. I'll get to your question in a moment. On the Discord server, if you type in, if you want to join my Discord server, it's !socials and follow the card link. It also pops up every now and then from Nightbot. Starting next Saturday, we're going to be going through the entire Godzilla franchise over the course of the remainder of 2025 and into 2026. Like all of the Showa films, the Heisei films, the MonsterVerse. We're also going to be watching like side films, you know, related to it, like Rodan, Mothra, Frankenstein Conquers the World, War of the Gargantuas, that kind of stuff. We host Gundam Nights on Mondays at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Yeah, we host Gundam Nights on Mondays at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. We're currently on Mobile Fighter G Gundam. We're at episode 16. So we're at episode 16 of that. We're going to be watching. We're going to be not watching, enduring Mobile Suit Gundam Wing after G Gundam. And we also watch other anime on Sundays at 9 p.m. Eastern. We're going to be watching Cyberpunk. We're going to be starting Cyberpunk Edge Runners this week. Okay, so somebody asked a question up there. Thoughts on Biollante? Personally, your favorite Godzilla antagonist? My favorite Godzilla antagonist is Mechagodzilla. I think King Ghidorah is a close second. But that said, Biollante is cool. Godzilla versus Biollante is one of my top favorite Godzilla movies. For me, it's tied in the number 2 spot with Godzilla 2014. Forgot about. Oh yeah, Chanka also hosts anime on of his own accord on Friday nights as well. I forgot about that. I'm sorry, Chonka. That you just started doing that, so that's like fresh in my brain. So yeah. Honestly, while -1 and 54 are more depressing overall, I do think not a single scene in those movies matches the meltdown sequence in terms of how depressing a single scene can get. Okay, I'm going to make my spicy hot take on Godzilla. Godzilla vs. Destroya is an incredibly overrated film. It's an incredibly overrated film. You know why people remember it? Because it's the one where Godzilla fucking died. That's why they remember it. That's my spicy hot Heisei era Godzilla take. Mothra is not a Godzilla enemy. They're a neutral. Yeah, Godzilla and Mothra have fought, but yeah, Mothra became, Mothra is absolutely an ally of Godzilla. And I really do love the way the MonsterVerse handles it, that they're like a symbiotic species. So, and the reason they're like, mutually symbiotic is literally because the director of King of the Monsters ships Godzilla with Mothra, which I find very funny. Hey, Ash, actually, you know what? Yeah, if you want to set up an event for Chonka on Friday nights, yeah, go ahead. Rodan, same thing, he's a more direct ally. I mean, there's also variants, because different Godzilla timelines and all that, Showa, Heisei, Millennium, Monsterverse, Reiwa, it can vary in the different timelines. Like Godzilla and Mothra were enemies in the Heisei era. And they were, the Millennium era, you can't really count. The Millennium era is like 5 different timelines or something like that. So, yeah. Still need to get the other Blu-ray for Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex so I can actually host Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex and Standalone Complex second gig when we get there in the far-off future. We should add that to the Sunday anime nights. Did we? Hey, Ash, you're here. Can you check the schedule? Did we add Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex to that? Because if we didn't, slap it on there. Bo, opinion on Tiamat in the Godzilla universe. I thought she was cool. I thought they did do her kind of dirty in New Empire, just killing her off like that. But I also get she's more of a bit kaiju than like a main contender. Hold on. You joined the server. Let me make sure you got in. Hold on. Let me make sure you got in right. All right, you got in. Okay, I was just making sure. Let's see. Following up, despite people saying MonsterVerse is just slop for most common denominator, it leans into hard sci-fi way better than the 3D CGI movies and obviously Singular Point. Look, the MonsterVerse has been an incredible filter because it's like a lot of people tried to get into it thinking it would be like, the MCU. And that's not how kaiju films work. Kaiju films do not work like superhero movies. They don't. So a lot of people were put off by that. And it's like, yeah, this isn't Marvel. It's not going to work the same way. They also do Apothecary Diaries at some point before October 2026. That's when the second season will come out. Akato, we're very close to starting Attack on Titan, so that might take a while. We've got quite a backlog of stuff we plan to watch that we're working through. If half the city isn't gone by the halfway point, bad monster fight. Actually, you know what? Lopside. Hold on. Let me do this real quick. You know what was actually funny about that to me concerning, Godzilla 2014 was Godzilla 2014, because that came out when the shit did Man of Steel come out relative to that? Hold on. Yeah, that came out like the previous year. I remember when Godzilla came out and people pointed out that Godzilla and the Mutos threw down in San Francisco and somehow did less damage to San Francisco than Superman did to Metropolis and Man of Steel. I remember someone pointing that out. I laughed so unbelievably hard because it's true. Attack on Titan is awful. I genuinely have no idea how it got that popular. Nah, man, Attack on Titan's great. I love it. Like, I legitimately love Attack on Titan. The ending was good. The ending was unironically good. It's a good ending. I firmly believe it's a situation where, what do you call it? A lot of people had their idea of how the final story arc would go, and how the series would end, and it wasn't that idea, so people got mad about it. Like, yeah, that's genuinely why I think people reacted the way they did to the Attack on Titan ending, because is it perfect? Of course it's not. No ending is perfect, but it's not this awful ending like people say it is. Cavill Superman was a case of amazing casting but awful work material. Yeah, the one thing I will stand by, oh, Jesus Christ. Ooh, burp. I'm fine. The one thing I'll stand by with Man of Steel is I did not mind the destruction in it. I didn't mind the destruction in it. I thought, like, this isn't even the most, it's not even the most destructive fight Superman has gotten into in Metropolis. But it didn't do the whole, too bad it's Sunday or these buildings would be full thing, which a lot of Americans are grow up on. They grow up on very safe, consequence-free mass destruction in their media. So especially in superhero stuff. So when Superman, fought another Kryptonian in Metropolis and it caused damage and people died, that upset them because all of a sudden it was, playing straight. And honestly, the problem with the mass destruction Man of Steel isn't the fact it's there. It's the fact that in the next film, they didn't capitalize on that being the reason that the government doesn't trust Superman. Instead, they went with the whole, oh no, he botched this he got these people in this African village killed, like, plot for some reason. I don't know why. I feel like in a well-written Batman versus Superman, the point of contention would have been the damage Superman did to Metropolis fighting Zod. That's genuinely what I believe. They capitalize on people's reactions to the destruction, and then, capitalize on it, make the plot of the next film about it. And that would have been good writing. Wasn't that Batman's reason for not trusting Superman? No, Batman just didn't trust him because he was an alien, essentially. Like, it was never specifically about the damage he caused. He just didn't trust him because he was an alien. Like, it was really, that was the long and short of it in Batman's case. Gotta bounce. Oh, all right, later, dude. Later, Loss. I will see you later. Also, fun fact, one of the frequent customers I had in my hobby shop worked with Gunn on the Suicide Squad, the movie that was filmed in Panama. Oh, that's cool. Mass destruction is odd. Listen, and this is something I genuinely despise about Western media, is they want to have their cake and eat it too. they want to have their mass destruction and they want to have no one die. You know, like like fucking Power Rangers. It's showing a city getting blown up from the monster of the week, and then you hear Billy say they're attacking the empty warehouse district. It's like, motherfucker, no, that is a whole ass city. Fuck you. Like, even like younger Bohemond, they couldn't pull the wool over my eyes. It's like, that's censorship. Go fuck yourself. Oh yeah, I know. Oh no, no door. I know what you're talking about. I've seen the extended cut of Batman versus Superman, but like the thrust of Batman's argument was the fact that he was an alien, and that made Superman untrustworthy. Also, another ad break coming in roughly 1 minute. Once the warning goes away, I'll be going AFK again because I don't want y'all to miss out on the discussion. So, yeah, at approximately 38 seconds, I will be going AFK again. I will try to once I'm back, I will catch up with once I'm back and the ad break is over. I will try to catch up with chat. I may also be switching to playing a game here in a minute, like because I do want to get some stuff done in EVE Online, so I might be doing that too once I come back from the real quick break here. So yeah, okay. 10 seconds ad break. I'm going AFK until it's done. I will be back.
224, I was going out there. 233 will be clear on it, and for E Edward, and so we both did a 50. 851. Follow radio, it's 5800 Blackwell.
That's San Diego Pacific. Houston, yes, clear. Loud and clear.
In the suspicious person, 4423 live, we'll get the mobile station.
On the intercom. C7?
Yes, ma'am, we'll be clear, and 233 will be clear on it, and for E Edward, and so we both did a 50. 224, I was going out there. 233 will be clear on it, and for E Edward, and so we both did a 50. 851. Follow radio, it's 5800 Blackwell.
That's San Diego Pacific. Houston, yes, clear. Loud and clear.
In the suspicious person, 4423 live, we'll get the mobile station.
On the intercom. C7?
Yes, ma'am, we'll be clear, and 233 will be clear on it, and for E Edward, and so we both did a 50. 224, I was going out there. 233 will be clear on it, and for E Edward, and so we both did a 50. 851. Follow the radio, it's 5800 Blackwell.
That's San Diego Pacific. Houston, yes, clear. Loud and clear.
In the suspicious person, 4423 live, we'll get the mobile station.
Okay, I am back. I apologize for that, everyone. You thought Tencent already gutted Ubisoft? They hold on. Oh Jesus. They bought a significant chunk of shares, but they didn't buy out the company entirely. We've been playing Mass Effect Andromeda on hardcore, and it's been pretty good overall. Also waiting for Avowed's big fall update, which is rumored to be 20 to 40 gigs in size. Is Avowed that one Obsidian game, or am I thinking of something else? Oh, okay, yeah, that one. All right. Well, I hope they're fixing the game. I heard it was crap. Mushroom Head game. Yeah, that one. Avowed is the funny looking game with guns and glitches. Yeah, yeah, now I remember. Well, you know what? I'm gonna have to, okay, I'm gonna, you know what? We've been yapping for 2 hours now. I'm actually gonna do a thing here. One moment, everyone. One moment. I gotta change some stuff up. Hold on. Come on, Restream channels, pop up. Okay. Let's see. There we go. Switch that over. Come on, Restream. Don't shit the bed on me. There we go. All right. Let's see. Where is game capture? Actually, yeah, where is it? There it is. Oh shit. Okay, I fucked up real quick. One moment. There we go. There we go. OPSEC is all set up. I'm just gonna set up my shit here real quick. I've turned Rift on so I know when I'm gonna get jumped. Is there anybody jumping anybody around here? It does not look like it. All right. On another note, you finally figure out how to pause your OBS recording so there's no longer long pauses in your videos. Oh, that's good to hear. That's good to hear. I'm still figuring out, personally, I'm still figuring out recording. I'm still figuring it out for making my YouTube videos and stuff. All right. This is the one I want to go to, right?
Warp drive active.
Yeah, it is. Most players might jump into the new mining POI. Yeah, no, yeah, right. That's right. Catalyst came out today. I legit forgot about that. Yeah, Catalyst came out. Damn XL Rab Simulator. I've heard all the memes, believe me. Oh shit. Hold on.
Warp drive active.
I hope some of these sites aren't taken. That'd be swell. This one's taken. Well, shit. I might need to go to a whole other system.
Hello there.
Warp drive active.
Hello, Tomica. How you doing? Okay, yep. All of the sites in the system are taken. Yeah. Oh no, wait. There's nobody at this one. What the hell? All right, you know what? Okay, you know what? Let's go to... okay, you're making this difficult. yeah, drones, shoot that guy. So shit. And that one too. That one too. I would pick the one day to rat here when literally everyone is ratting. Okay, are all my drones back? Yes, they are. Okay. Well, you know what? Let's try... Ignore other results.
Warp drive active.
Okay.
Warp drive active.
Result.
Warp drive active.
No result. God, one of these has to be a rock haven.
Warp drive active.
Fucking finally.
The capacitor is empty.
Oh shit.
Active.
Wait, what do you mean my capacitor's empty?
Empty.
What do you mean my capacitor's empty? Oh, I think because I warped. Shit. Well, I fucked up. Yeah, I didn't even have enough, jump juice to make it to the next, site. Shit. All right. Okay, time to get some capacitor back. Quick.
Warp drive active.
Hey, P4, how you doing? You glad Ubisoft kicked the bucket? Yeah, me too. You know, when you say to it, I love you, and it kicks you in the balls. Yeah, that sounds like EVE Online to me, just kicking me in the balls all the time. I love it though. This is a very stupid game, but I do like it. All right, now if I can, we're gonna see if I can do this funny little maneuver. Just orbit this thing at wait, did I ever valuables? Yeah, remove a location. Save location. There we go. You know what would help? If I turned my tank on, that would help. Job interview tomorrow. Hey man, P4, good luck with that. Good luck with that tomorrow. Yeah, okay, yeah, this thing's stable. All right, we're just gonna let my drones do their thing then, and let the drones do the thing. We'll let the MTU hoover it all up, and we'll just continue to yap or just enjoy the sights of space. You'll try. Hey man, listen. I Habib. I Habib in you. I don't care if you Habib. I Habib. Okay? You got this. You got this job interview. You're gonna do great. All right. Well, you know what? While we're waiting, I want to check the local market. Okay, it looks like the price drop on carriers has not gone through just yet. Probably people selling stuff they built before the patch, and they reduced the cost of making carriers by like a lot, apparently. They apparently want carriers to fill a niche similar to Marauders now, rather than, you know, proper capital ships. You know, I'm okay with that. I like carriers. They're fun. Also they gave carriers a facelift in this they gave a facelift in this expansion. Let's check that out real quick. Yeah, they update their graphics and effects now. They look a lot better. Like even this rusty piece of shit, the Nidhogger, I kind of want one. Not gonna lie. Actually, hold up. I have some skins for this. Let's. Oh yeah, I definitely want one. That looks good. Hey Bo, you know that FGO's been doing grand duels to expand the pool of grand servants, and 2 of them are already bullshit characters receiving even more bullshit upgrades. I don't really follow FGO anymore, so I didn't know that. Now I see fighters start to land on it. Yeah, I saw that, Ixorn. You go ahead, shoot at me. Just get the bees sent after you. But you know what? Fuck it. I'll be a little more hands-on with this. Kill those frigates. I don't like them. They smell. Like, if it was a cruiser wave, whatever. But, you know, frigate wave, I don't want the frigates slowing me down, especially when these, you know, yeah. Because that's when I actually take damage. You know, speed tank, best tank. Actually, you know what? Because, hold on, because I don't want this just to be droning space sounds. One moment. There we go. Just the sounds of space in the background. Well, the sounds of space and music. We don't do that dynamic combat music in this house. We listen to the old OST. I wanted to have that on earlier, but like, you know, on fucking Spotify, but Spotify threw a fucking ad on me. And it's like, nope, fuck that. I'm not doing that. The 2 are called Grand Berserker Hercules, Icar, and Grand Archer Naked Gilgamesh. Not joking with the name. And both former gets all his weapons plus Noble Phantasm gets a new Noble Phantasm. I might have to look into that sometime. When you enter an engagement, just Toss on Dreams from Afterwar Gundam X for the funnies. You refuse to shut up about Afterwar Gundam X. I mean, I don't blame you. Afterwar Gundam X is great. 1 hour 30, I can build 11 of the new mining ships at once and start the research procedure. Listen, you're gonna end up making bank off those fucking new mining ships. Not to go on a random rant, but the play on tabletop guys embrace the 40k slap, put a femstode front and center in their army. They're also shit-talking people in the comments. Oh, let's play on tabletop. They're a bunch of grifters following the fucking, like, you know, that what do you call it? The battle report channel trend that popped up in the 2020s. Like, I mean, okay, like what the fuck ever. If they wanna enjoy 40k, they wanna enjoy Slophammer, let them enjoy Slophammer. I mean, the clock is ticking on GW, so they can make fun of the chuds all they want. You're getting your ass beat in Mecha Break. You know, I'm gonna be honest. I think the Mecha Break devs reduced it to 2v2 with backfilled bots. I just can't prove it yet. Like, I'm not gonna lie, but much as I like Mecha Break, it ain't doing well, guys. It is not doing well. Like, what is their current what's their current concurrent player count tonight? Currently on Steam there are 1,301 people playing Mecha Break. Not gonna lie, the new Mechanica models and Horus Heresy are dope. I mean, I'm somebody who likes both the 40k and the, you know, Horus Heresy era Mechanicus designs. I don't think one is worse than the other. I think each one fits their era. But they do look cool, though. I'll admit that. I remember someone, fuck, I forgot who it was on Twitter, was trying to say that, they were trying to say, look guys, the anti-wokes don't support the games they demand either, because Mecha Break is failing. It's like, okay, look. The problem is that Mecha Break is like, has like, hot waifus in it. The problem is, it has a lot wrong with it, and that's why people didn't play it. Predatory microtransactions, really bad matchmaking, like the match, legitimately the higher in the ranks you get, the longer it takes to get a match because it doesn't match you with people below your rank. And what else? They completely botched PvE only Mashmac by making it limited to only 3 runs a week. Like I was watching, I think I've said this. I think I've said this before on stream. I was watching Discordia one night, and he pointed out how he legitimately thinks Mecha Break is a money laundering scheme. And you know what? I kind of believe it. The Mecha Break devs were happy to know I was playing like a complete psycho while drunk as hell. Yeah, I remember, Millie, you showed me that. That was funny. Like, legit though? Legit though. I wish they would do something to fix the problems with Mecha Break, but they don't really seem committed to it. Much as that sucks to say. And I do kind of believe it's a money laundering scheme because for a game with only 1,300 players on Steam right now, they are treating it like it's the most successful AAA game ever made, with like the constant like events and fucking merch and shit. It's like they're throwing so much money at this, and it's like there's no way they're making it back. But they act like it is. Either they don't know how much money they don't got, or it's a money laundering scheme. It's kind of sad too because they were the same devs who made Snowbreak and fired their entire English localization team because people bitched about the fan service, which is like, you know, based. I think Snowbreak is actually doing pretty good though. And you know, honestly, the whole deal with the state of mecha games right now could be really helped if FromSoft would just remember that they released Armored Core 5 and it needs an expansion. That would help. Like Armored Core 5. Did I say Armored Core 5? I meant Armored Core 6. Yeah, Armored Core 6. Armored Core 6 is legitimately a great game, but, you know, fuck me, man. FromSoft basically forgot that they published it. Or FromSoft giving us Gundam Unicorn for the PS3 on PC with English translations. I would play the shit out of that if it came out, Millie. Like, you have no idea. I mean, they ported that PS Vita, what do you call it? Yeah, Bamco ported that PS Vita Gundam Seed game, so who knows? Who knows? Maybe it'll happen. That game is so kino, I still play it from time to time. Yeah, I've seen footage of it. It looks fun. Loved Armored Core 6. That shit was my game of the year. Yeah, no, Armored Core 6 was excellent. It's really sad that FromSoft has just forgotten about it, basically. Honestly, something I was contemplating doing was the what do you call it? The Armored Core 6 seamless co-op mod. Seeing if I can get people interested in doing a seamless co-op run of Armored Core 6. It's by the same person who did the seamless co-op mods for Elden Ring and the Souls series. All right, and this is the wave that does all the damage because they what do you call it? They target paint you. Yeah, see? I mean, like it's like once the target painters are taken out, it's not you can manage it. But it requires you to not just AFK the whole time, since you might take a hit that could blow your ship up. Yeah, no one's running Havens. That's surprising. Usually people are running Havens in this system. You've learned that if you play Full Frontal's theme, you play much better. I mean, he is your literally me character from Universal Century Gundam, so yeah. If we lived in a better world, Microsoft would revive MechAssault. MechAssault was fun, but honestly, I don't see them doing it just because of, you know, Piranha and MechWarrior 5 mercenaries and clans. Both of which are still getting expansions, apparently. All right, drones, start myrtleating the battleships. I want my fucking money. I do apologize if not yapping much at this point. You know, I'm kind of in, you know, chill vibes and blow up pirate ships mode right now. I feel like I should learn to get more confident in my ability to yap and just do a whole ass yap stream, you know? By the way, I've been meaning to ask so far, because it's my first stream doing it. What the? Oh shit. Okay, hold on. Somebody just showed up near me. Fuck, alright. Okay, this could be a problem. Hang on, everyone. Drones return. You really like MechWarrior 5, but MechAssault was my intro to Mecha. Plus, you'll love the Wolves Dragoons characters. Yeah, I get that. Like, what do you call it? Like, my intro to mechs was, well, you know, like I said, it was Gundam Wing. Not long after that, one of the things that actually saved mechs for me was, MechWarrior 4 Vengeance. And then it's later expansion. There was Black Knight, and then there was MechWarrior 4 Mercenaries. I played the shit out of those games. It genuinely is funny though that I almost got completely turned off to the mecha genre as a whole by Gundam Wing. That will never strike me as not funny. Okay, we're just waiting, orbiting right now, waiting to see this guy comes into our system. I don't want to, I don't have backup drones right now, so I don't want to leave my drones in space. I've already lost one drone today. I don't want to lose more drones. Drone lives matter, guys. Always remember to be nice to your drones. Oh, come on, you fucking weirdo. You gonna come into the system or not? Fuck, if he doesn't show up soon, I might go looking for him just to, like, you know, which is a really bad idea in a ratting Ishtar, but if I get frustrated enough, I'll just do it. It's really not helped that right now in Eve we're kind of at war. So a lot of my usual sources of income, I can't like crabbing, I can't do because all the different special interest groups are shut down right now in Eve because we're at war. So, you know, no incursions, no crabbing, nothing. On the bright side, this gives me a chance to hoover up all those wrecks. How am I getting paps? By going to by fighting at the war front. Who are we at war? Well, okay, it's not really a war. It's more like an extermination because Pandemic Horde collapsed. So right now the big operation is going through their space and destroying all their abandoned structures, so people can actually inhabit those systems that aren't Pandemic Horde. Yeah, no, they're losing all their space. Okay, you know what? Fuck it. Hold on. Tired of waiting on this motherfucker. Drones, go kill that guy. And watch, that's when he pops into the system. Why are you two idle? I ask so little of my drones. Yep, there he is. There he is. All right.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, I know. Why are they targeting my drones? Oh, there's two of them. Okay. Well, we got out, so... Yeah, why were they targeting my drones? What the shit? They're not supposed to do that. Hello, other pilots. Okay, one of those guys fucked off immediately. Oh, there he is. He's in a Loki. Hello, Mr. Loki. What gate was that? All right. Let us consult the map. Okay, he's going that way. All right. It'll just sound like the Nightingale unit from Halo Wars 2 with my drone talk. Okay, okay, one of them is still in here somewhere. Is he in the Drake? Nope, he is not in the Drake. I love this dude here. He's got a bunch of Mackinaws named Please Don't Hurt Me. Okay, I think they're gonna fuck off now. One moment, everyone. Checking my map. Who are these? Who are these clowns? Who are they with? Balls Deep Incorporated. Member of the No Safe Word Alliance. Okay, they just fucked off. Now, the question is, okay, are they, let's see. Considering the direction they went, they're probably going to come through again. So I'm going to have to chill out here for a little bit, unfortunately. Gotta log off for the night, but I wish you a good night and stream, dude. Hey, thanks for coming, Nordor. Thanks for watching. You need to go too? All right, Exorn. Again, thank you for watching as well. Always happy to have you here with us. I mean, I was hoping to get some Eve gameplay in, but the way it currently looks, we're waiting for these dudes to leave. Oh, they're after the ESS. Okay, that's what they're after. That's why they didn't stop here. There's not much in the ESS to rob. Okay. Fuck. We'll just have to wait for them to do their stupid ass shit. Fuck it, I'm docking up for now. A lot of people suddenly logging on. Oh no, they might be chasing those guys. They might be chasing those guys. Yeah, I think that's what's going on. I think they're chasing those guys. That's why there's so many people. You know what, everyone? Hold on really quick. Hold on really quick. I will be right back. I'm not going to go to the AFK screen. I'm just going to mute myself. I'm back. Sorry about that, everyone. All right, let me get myself caught up on what's happening. I think they killed him. I think. I don't think they killed them, but yeah, I think they went to the ESS to fight him. Okay. Alrighty. This is like the problem with streaming and when playing in nullsec, because it can be, you know, these moments where you have to stay docked up when you're trying to, like, you know, do something for the sake of the stream. This is one of those times. Ah, fuck it. You only live once. All right.
Overdrive active.
Let's head back to the site we were doing. Drone's out. One of these guys is pretty well dead. Yeah, that one. Go fuck him up. I mean, they're still in that ESS? Ah, shit. Okay, maybe this was a bad day to play Eve just because, yeah. It's a bad day to pick Eve to stream just because this shit's going down, and it's like, I don't want to get my Ishtar blown up. It is not a PvP ship. All right, fuck it. Much I hate to do this. Drones return. Yeah, those guys are still out there. I'm better off, you know, just docking up for now.
Overdrive active.
I'll be able to finish that site after. Unfortunately, though, that's not just being docked up, unable to do anything. It's not very entertaining. So I'm gonna have to do something about that. You know what? I have a stupid idea.
Docking request accepted.
I have a maybe. I have to see. Current system. Nothing. Shit. Okay. I seem to remember our corp has ESS defense ships that I could have grabbed, but I don't know where they are. I would have liked to grab them and go help with the fight, but I don't have any PvP fit ships around here. Okay. I don't think I've got anything. No, I don't have anything in this bustard that I've got parked here. All right, you know what? Okay, look, I'm just gonna concede. Trying to play Eve right now, bit of a bust. There's nothing I can really do in the game because of PvPers roaming around. I need to find a way to stream. Like, actually discussing this game, I need to find a way to stream this, like, and find activities I can stream in this that are not so prone to me getting locked down to PvPers and nullsec. I may start utilizing some of my high-sec jump clones for that. I will have to see in the future. But as it currently stands, I've been going about an hour, just 5 minutes shy. So no, about 3 hours, 5 minutes shy. So hang on, everyone. Who do I follow that is currently streaming? High-sec jump cluster. God damn it, honey. But let's see. All right, you know what? I'm gonna go right on to Razorwind. He's currently playing Gray Zone Warfare, so hang on, everyone. All right, I'll be playing Space Marine 2 tomorrow, so yeah, that's what I'll be doing then, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. So yeah, be here for that. I'll catch you later, everyone. Yeah, take care. Have a good evening.